y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a quick video for you guys about this little boy. We are going to be talking about why we don't give him sugar and what I mean by that and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, if you're new here, my name is Shauna. I have a 13-month-old little boy named Charlie. Make mommy and lifestyle videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so make sure you hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss out. So, I have gotten a few questions about this recently, about what I mean by not feeding him sugar or why we're choosing to do this. And so I thought I would just take a quick 5 minutes here and explain it to you guys so we're all on the same page and you guys all understand. Real quick, I do want to preface this by saying I am in no way judging you if you do feed your children sugar. I am no way like saying this is how you should raise your children. This is just what we've chosen to do and what is working for our family. I think every family and every child is different, and what you choose to do with your kid is your prerogative. As long as your kid is happy and healthy, I don't care what you do. And no judgment for me, and I hope in return you have no judgment for us either. I'm going to start with a little backstory here. When Charlie was born, I exclusively breastfed him for the first 5 months of his life, and then we had to switch to formula. Well, didn't switch, but we started supplementing with formula. This was a very hard decision for me, and I wanted to make sure I was giving him the best formula I could find, so I did do a lot of research on formulas, and I made sure I found one that did not have sugar and did not have corn syrup in it, because I just didn't want him having those at that time in his life. He was only 5 months old. I didn't think he needed that stuff in his diet. And then when he started eating solid foods, at first I made all of his purees for him, but it just got to where working full time, trying to do cloth diapers, and making all his baby food, which is really getting to me. I actually broke down one night and just cried to my husband and told him I couldn't do it anymore. And so we started trying to buy some baby foods here and there that were jarred, just to kind of supplement what I was making as well, just because I couldn't make enough every week to feed him. When we started looking at baby foods, we realized how many of them have things in it besides just the food. So, you know, you go and you grab a can of baby food, just apples, and it'll have 5 or 6 ingredients. And in my head, I was wondering why. Why isn't it just apples? You know, when I make his baby food at home and I make apples, I literally just make it with apples, and then if something needs to be liquefied a little bit more, I put water in it, and that's it. And you know, sweet potatoes are just sweet potatoes and water. Broccoli is just broccoli and water. And so it just confused me why they had so many ingredients, and specifically why they had sugar. I feel like when kids are this little, they're really starting to learn how to like foods and you're trying to train their palate almost. And in my opinion, why would you pollute that with sugar or corn syrup or just these added things that they don't need? I wanted him to learn to like broccoli, to like asparagus, to like those kind of foods without the added sugar in it. And so we started buying him a can of baby food that didn't have sugar in it. And that's just kind of how this started. And so as we started transitioning him to like wholer foods, like actually eating like little chunks of food, finger foods I guess you would call it, we started him with just fruits and vegetables there, and then with little pieces of meat as well. So we started just giving him whole foods, and so of course those didn't have sugars in them. And then when we started looking at things like bread and pasta, we just started paying attention to more of the ingredients, and we realized how many things have sugar in it, and we just kind of stuck to not wanting those things in his mouth, in his body. Same concept as before. He's so young right now, and he's learning how to like foods and and he's exploring new tastes and new textures, and I just didn't want that polluted with sugar. And so that's just kind of how this happened. It happened very gradually. It wasn't something we talked about before he was born. It wasn't ever something that it just all of a sudden happened, and we were like, you know what, he doesn't need sugar in his diet. We just started focusing on the ingredients of the items that we're feeding him. We don't know how long we're going to keep doing this. It's working for us now, but we don't have like an end date in mind. I am reasonable in realizing that we probably can't keep him sugar-free forever, but at this point it's working for our life, and right now I can control everything he eats, so I do. in conjunction with this, I've had some questions about what do I mean by no sugar. I've been saying no sugar this whole time, but I don't mean no sugar. Of course, sugar occurs naturally in food all the time. So fruits and veggies, they have sugar in them. And of course, I let him eat those sugars. I let him have an apple or bananas or whatever. And of course, those have natural sugars in them. When I say no sugar, I'm meaning no added sugars, no added sweeteners. And I'm sorry, you can hear him banging around down here. He's playing with puzzles and throwing them all around. Let's see if you can see him real quick. Anyways, so what we mean when I say no sugar is just it doesn't have cane sugar added to it. In addition, I stay away from anything that says they have stevia in it or any artificial sweetener as well. So far, we've also been trying to stay away from anything that has added like agave or honey or maple syrup is a common sweetener. For now, those things I'm more open to because they are natural sweeteners. But for now, we're just staying away from those as well just because I want him to learn to like food the way it tastes or the way it's supposed to taste. For now. We'll see where that goes. His birthday cake did have some maple syrup in it, so it's not something I'm 100% on, but we just try to stay away from added sweeteners as much as possible. Now, we have not been 100% with this. He slipped up a couple times. You know, we've been out to eat at a restaurant, and I've given him a bite of something and not thought about it. So it's not 100%. It's just what we're trying to do. Anyways, you guys, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to kind of explain what I meant when I said he was no sugar and how we came about that, just because I've had some questions about it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments down below because I'll answer them. I'd love to have some feedback. Positive, negative, it doesn't matter to me. Like I said, I am in no way judging anyone for the way they feed their kid or raise their kid. I think there are a million different ways to raise children, and who knows what way is the right way. You know, we're all just doing the best we can here, and I know I'm doing the best I can, and I hope you guys are as well. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye, y'all. Can you say bye? Bye. Say bye. We'll see you Monday. Bye. We'll see you guys next time. And then once he started eating... Are you trying to talk to me? Just had... Yeah. Let's get your boogers off.